Connie. It's Bondle and Jolly with Elevate in 365. And in today's casual conversation, I have the wonderful pleasure of talking with Coni Meyers, who, and I have her business card right here, because her title on her business card literally is Master Kickbutt Leader. And I think that's actually a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, Connie, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining me. So, Connie, I know you're connecting in from your she shed in Las Vegas. So what exactly makes up your she shed?
Well, about 7 years ago, when I decided that I needed to come up with whatever my new life was going to look like, about 9 months into it, I wanted to be a writer. I wrote a book, and it was a bestseller, and I do Airbnb at my home, so there's lots of people coming and going, and there was no place for me to go and write or anything. So I created this vision for a she shed. And at first it was going to be like a tough structure, one of those tough sheds or something like that. But I'm in my garden, so it is a greenhouse. And this truly became a 1-year vision that I had for where I could do my creative thinking, where I could do my work. And it literally inspires me whenever I come out here.
It's a beautiful space. And I love that it was part of your vision, because that's what we're talking about, right? When I said to you, Connie, what exactly, makes a kick butt leader? And tell me what you told me.
Well, kick butt is when mindfulness meets vision, opportunity, and engagement. So I've written some courses, and I'm writing 3 books on leadership. And when you say mindfulness to people, their heads roll. We're like, oh. And so I wanted to have impact, because the thing that I have discovered about mindfulness, there's all kinds of scientific proof now that says that it's not something that's nice to do, to be mindful. It's a must-have for anybody in leadership. So kick butt has some punch to it. And so when you're a good kick butt leader, you're very mindful and you have a clear vision, and you take advantage of the opportunities that are presented, and you fully engage.
Oh, that is wonderful. And I'm sure, so we have a really, a large audience that follows this, our casual conversations. And it's comprised of everyone from just getting started agents to seasoned professionals to brokers that have been in the industry a long time. And so I know that you do a lot of coaching, in terms of the concept of mindfulness and focused vision. So what advice do you have for anyone who's listening who maybe is like, oh my God, where do I even start with developing a mindful practice for myself?
And it all starts, first of all, with having a purpose. And that purpose, first of all, you have to understand your personal why. And then you have to understand your business why. Why are you doing what you're doing? And as soon as you understand, and that's not something big and grandiose, and it's something small. You were put on this planet for a purpose. You need to know what that purpose is, and then how does that apply to your business life? And then once you've got your purpose, you must have a clear vision. Only 3% of businesses have business plans, and you know why? Because the people who own those businesses don't have a clear vision of what they want that business to look like. So whether you are a single agent just getting started, or you've got a team, and it's absolutely imperative that you can't go to your vision. It's not like goals. You have to come from your vision. And in order to come from it, you have to become it. So I call it sensorizing. When you see the picture, whether it's a year from now or 2 years from now or 6 months or whatever the timeline is, what does that look like? And then sensorize it. What does it smell like? What's it taste like? Use all the senses, because then you are actually stepping into that vision and you're coming from it.
Connie, one thing that I do a lot of is I do positive visualization when I'm preparing, whether I'm, about to get up and give a speech, whether I'm walking into a business meeting, even something with my children. I do a lot of this where we just focus on, how do we want this experience to go? How do we imagine stepping up on stage and engaging the audience and having this really, really positive, meaningful outcome? And so that's exactly what you're saying.
Exactly. And once you start living your life that way, where you're constantly looking at the vision. And you can have a vision for the day. You can have your team vision, and that if you have a team of realtors that you're working with, then having a clear vision of will also help you to solidify that relationship, those relationships, and create positive buy-in, because then they see their roles in the outcome. And I even recommend you do it with clients, whether they're a buyer or a seller. If you have create a clear vision with your buyers or sellers. So the sellers, who is it that you want to buy that house? Because once you put that energy out, those people start showing up. And in the conversation of doing the vision, whether it's for a buyer or a seller, they may have some things that they're not totally in tune with what's right and what's wrong, because we all have our own opinions of what our houses are worth or not worth. And so during that conversation, you can create a vision that's factual and help them to see, okay, those repairs do need to be done. Or it's unrealistic for you to think that somebody's going to pay this for your house. So creating a vision, I don't care whether it's with your kids or your personal life, and being mindful every day, like going to a meeting or picking up the phone to make a phone call. If you have a clear vision of what that outcome is going to be, you're already prepared. You're already there.
So I like this, Connie, because it's not necessarily a huge grandiose thoughts. It's like every little action, right? I have a business call. I'm returning a call, to a buyer who reached out to me. How do I want to visualize that conversation and what that outcome is? And so it can be all these little steps, throughout your day, and overall they all work, to your overarching idea of what your grand vision is, right?
Absolutely. And you know what that really does? And I always say there's two things you need to celebrate every day: gratitude and your baby successes. So what you're talking about are all those baby successes you've had through visualization, and you can then celebrate those. And those actually changes the chemistry in your brain. By having the vision, you change the chemistry. By being grateful, you change the chemistry. And by celebrating successes, you celebrate you change your brain chemicals.
I love that.
Yeah, it truly is. It changed my life. I'm 180 degrees different than I was 9 years ago when my husband passed away, or 8 years ago rather. Yeah, it was. I didn't understand any of this. I was a workaholic. All I wanted to do was get out there and sell. I was in the insurance industry. I was not in the real estate industry. All I wanted to do was get out there and sell, and make money. And now I understand that if I want to visualize that I am going to be in my little she shed or be in my shabby chic trailer driving around the country, that I have to visualize that or it'll never happen.
Well, that's true, Connie. That's so wonderful. And I know you're going to come and do one of my 24 thought leadership interviews with me, where we're really going to expand on Connie's story. First of all, she has an amazing backstory. And honestly, one of the things I'm really excited to share is how you took that cross-country trip. And I think that you did it 3 consecutive times, if I'm correct. And so we're going to learn a little bit more about Connie's story, and then how she works with others, for positive visualization and kickbutt leadership. But in the meantime, I think that you can head into this weekend, right, really thinking about, like, how do I celebrate my small successes? What am I accomplishing today? What is my vision for each action that I'm doing today? And how do I celebrate those little successes?
Absolutely. That should be part of your morning routine.
Morning routine. I love it. I love it. Express your gratitude, celebrate your successes. And then have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And watch for information on Connie joining me for the 24/7 Thought Leadership Series. That's where we spend an expanded period of time really diving into different topics and conversations. And I'll be so excited to have Connie back for that. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Connie, thanks for joining me from your she shed.
Thank you for having me. I just loved it. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.